Hello, everyone. Very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on a weekend. I am Surbi Agarwal, founder of LegalWiki, and I welcome all of you to this masterclass on how law students and lawyers can use AI tools smartly in their legal work. And for this webinar, we're thrilled to have Muskan Mandhyan with us. And before we dive into this session, let me take a moment to introduce you all LegalWiki. So, if I talk about LegalWiki is a first legal news platform that presents legal news in shorts under 100 words, similar to InShots. Basically, you might have heard about InShots app. So, similar to that, we have launched this LegalWiki for legal fraternity. So now you have an option to explore more in depth also. So whether you're a law students or legal professionals, we all are so engrossed in work and studies that we often overlook the importance of staying updated. So at LegalWiki, we are trying to make it effortless. Now with our website, you can stay informed in just 5 minutes, 5 minutes a day on key legal developments. And we have also received an overwhelming response that more than 8,000 users have already visited our website in last 4 months. So now our goal is to become InShots for legal community. And beyond news, we have launched LegalWiki Connect, through which we are conducting, various webinar from a various legal industry professionals. We hear they are sharing their career insights. So through this series of webinar, we aim to guide you in making informed career decisions. And now this is just the beginning. We're excited to have you on this journey. Now I'll just take another moment to share with you the user experience. And recently, based on LinkedIn poll, we conducted a survey, and we have actually received an amazing response. Like they will be referring to our website daily. It was actually the need of the hour. It is a really great and knowledgeable website. Categorization is wonderful. So we have categorized different areas of law. You can definitely visit our website and check out. It is definitely legal version of InShort. So now let's get back to today's webinar. We welcome all of you to this webinar. And it is our pleasure to introduce Muskan, who will be guiding us today on how students and law students or lawyers can use AI tools smartly in their legal work. So if I talk about Muskan, she is an educator who helps law students and lawyers through her YouTube channel by providing practical knowledge of the legal field. She talks about how law students can actually become future ready by learning the latest technologies like AI, earning money in the legal field without compromising on academics. She is also a social media marketer and helps lawyers and young entrepreneurs in building their personal brand online. Apart from this, she talks about women's empowerment and the mental health issues of the college students, which I considered as a need of an hour. And we must say, Muskan is doing an amazing work. So, Muskan, we welcome you. And so, moving forward, so let's talk about this session. So, you all have joined us today and you want to learn how we can use AI tools for our daily work, right? And you also wanted to master prompting skills to get the most out of AI in law. So in this webinar, we will discuss about Muskan's journey also, how she has learned all this thing about, then AI in legal applications, learning and adaptability, how you can also learn and how you can also adapt all these AI technologies in your work without compromising on its efficiency. Then what are the ethics and safety things you should keep in mind while using AI? What is the future career growth and about all this AI using of AI, and how law firms are using it? And then final advice that how effectively you should use the AI. This will be for both lawyers and law students. So now, without further ado, I hand over the session to Muskan. So thank you so much, Muskan, for taking this initiative and joining us today to share your insights. Now we're excited to learn from your experience. So shall we start with this session?
Yes, please. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Surabhi, because very less people are talking about this, especially in legal space, where the environment is highly sophisticated and people are not like so much aware about the changes, especially outside legal field.
Correct. So let's begin with this session. So the first topic we will be talking about is AI and legal application. So now, Muskan, you can see that how everyone started using AI in their legal work
Yep,
also. And there are
yep,
certain ethics which we should keep in mind while using AI in legal work, right? Because as we
yep,
know that even Chat GPT hallucinates, and we have seen a lot of circumstances or situations or cases where because of citing a wrong case, the
hmm,
lawyers have been in trouble, right? Both in India
yep,
and international field, both.
yep.
So now, if you can tell us how is AI used in legal research, how we can use it effectively and case analysis today. And before this, we will also like to know about your journey, that how you have learned all this thing.
Okay. So first thing, how I learned all these things is like I heard about AI in 2020, means during Corona period only. I heard something is going on in this field. I was always very inclined towards technology, like ethical hacking, computers, how they network with each other. These things fascinate me a lot. So, cyber security space. I love these things. I love talking about these stuff. Then I started learning from Ethan Mollick. He's like an AI enthusiast. You can hear about him a lot. He has a newsletter on Substack. Then there is Andrej Karapati. So these people are like foreign influencers who are working a lot in the AI field. This influenced me a lot that something is very important is going on. Like internet was introduced, I wasn't able to ride that wave. Then so many things, I missed so many things. So let's not miss this particular thing because this is something huge. And thus I started learning slowly. I started reading articles, newsletters, documentations. Finally, I realized that it is definitely intelligent than me because it is artificial intelligence. It is being trained on trillions of Wikipedias and so much data that I cannot easily access to. But I have this tool in my hand. So I just have to learn how to operate this tool, then I can do anything. Like it's kind of a magic. This fascinated me and I started learning about this. Your second question was how we can learn, like how we can use AI in legal research work. Everything drops down to the thing like you should have the use cases fixed. If you want to use it for legal research or anything, like I cannot tell what are the use cases you can use it for. I use it for scripting. I use it for multiple purposes. Those are my areas that I know about. So first thing is, do you know about your area? Are you aware about the legal research, legal drafting? Are you aware about the first principles of law? If you are unaware about those questions, then it is very difficult to define what can be the use cases for you. If you're like aware that I have to do legal research particularly for this topic, this is the scope, I shouldn't cross this scope, these are the words I want, these are the techniques to be used, then you can prompt AI in any way you want. Your prompting has to be good because like we say कि chat gpt hallucinate करता है, अब वो situation नहीं रह गई है. It has become very smart, very smart. अब वो बात नहीं रह गई कि आप उस पे ये चीज बार बार बोलोगे कि वो हेलुसिनेट कर रहा है. It is now using the best way, best techniques to give you the best reply. You just have to build upon it. If you ask chat gpt, you just think for 2 minutes and then reply to me, then it will reason out the things. And there is DeepSeek as well. If you're not comfortable with chat gpt because it is sycophantic. Sycophantic means बहुत ज्यादा तारीफों के पुल बांधना. Like it is a dark pattern of chat gpt. Ki basically it will start praising you no matter what. You know your condition that you're not worthy of that praise, but still it will praise you. So say hoga kya ki you know your weaknesses, but it say no, this is not a weakness, this is a strength. So when you'll be out in the real world, you'll face like a lot of drawbacks. So that's why you need to be careful with ChatGPT. When you are giving the prompt, you should know your reality as well. AI is a fishy thing to some extent. And then there is DeepSeek as well, which is based on logical reasoning, mathematical computations. It becomes easy to talk with that. You just have to be great at prompting and writing, of course.
Yeah, so you have mentioned rightly actually. So you should be great with the prompting skill, and apart
Hmm.
from this, of course, you should be knowing about your area of law. So if I'll say that there is a first year law student who is doing a research about competition law or IBC, and that person has not studied like anything about IBC and competition law, in that situation, even if the AI is telling you something wrong, because you cannot trust AI 100%, which I believe. Of course, it's a very good tool, it's making our work easy, it's giving like this starter of anything. Like if you want to do start something, you can just have the idea about how you can plan something out. But of course, I think the prior knowledge of having about the particular topics help you a lot, and it gives you a betting prompting skill also. Otherwise it would be a bit
Hmm.
difficult. So reading a lot about something is also very important while you're asking the chat gpt or any other AI to do your work.
Exactly.
Yes. So moving forward, which AI tools are best for drafting contracts or summarizing judgments of our daily work?
Start using ChatGPT first. That's a general intelligence, just use it. Okay. Because it's great for general assistance. I won't say ki use it for drafting complete contracts or anything of that sort. Because see, humans can commit mistakes too. Okay.
Yes.
ChatGPT is trained on data which humans have only given it. It is trained on Wikipedia articles. These articles are written by humans. So
But
it has its
ChatGPT
own.
sometimes actually mentions the wrong cases which actually does not exist. That's the whole point. So the point is you should also be
So it
aware
makes up the
about.
things at times. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why there is prompting technique. The chain of thoughts prompting technique is there where you keep on telling, the machine that you need to think in a certain way. If you're giving me the wrong answer, I'll check that answer first. Then I'll say, okay, this answer is wrong. Where you have cited it from? Give me the sources. This is where it
Correct.
comes from, right? Yeah, you need to correct it. See, if I've given some wrong prompt, so I won't start it again. I'll just correct that part which was wrong. Like in a conversation, like you and me are talking, so if you committed some mistake, you didn't understand something, so I'll say, no Surbi, this is not the way I was telling about that thing. See, this is the example I was talking about. If I did something wrong, you'll tell, no Muskan, this was not the thing, this is the example, please try to understand, this was the context we were talking about, remember? So this is how you talk to AI. It is also, it's kind of an intern, okay? Let's be honest, it's kind of an intern. Just need to tell it what it has to do. It's not an AI agent after all. Okay, there's a huge difference between two things. And for other tools that you were asking, there is Legal On, Legal Fly, Doc Drafts, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one question from Tanu. So I'll just
Yeah.
take that question.
Hmm.
So sometimes I get wrong answers and wrong data from response even after giving proper questions and PDF. How to avoid it?
Ask ChatGPT to think, first of all. Try thinking. It will take some time to give you the answer. Okay, if you just put this line, you have to think and answer me. So it will take some time. You might just think something has gone wrong with the server, but it is just thinking. It is like applying its logical reasoning. Then ask it, where did you get this from? Cite the sources as well. You can do this. And by the way, one more thing, paid tools are always better. Okay, paid plans are always better of these tools are becoming great day by day, but again, paid tools, paid plans are always better for professional work.
Okay. So moving forward with the question, how can law students and professionals develop strong prompting skills? Are there any
Mhm.
sources or best practices to follow? But because I think this is the one of the important skills if someone is using AI, the prompting skills. If someone knows how to give the prompt, I don't think so they will face the problem.
Okay. So like if you're good at writing, first you need to be really good at writing. Being good at writing, I mean, you need to be really good at expressing yourself, expressing your problems. Like if you're speaking like ऐसे ही मैं बात कर रही हूँ बोल चाल की भाषा में ही मैंने कुछ बोला उसको, तो वो भी बहुत क्लियर है, तो वो चीज समझ जाएगा वो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, वहां पे कोई लैंग्वेज बैरियर नहीं चल रहा है. इट इज अ मशीन, राइट? So it is going to understand. But have I added all the details? Have I given it a specific prompt? Being specific is very much necessary. Okay, that's why we can follow a three C's technique, that is command, what you want it to do, exactly what you want it to do, very exactly. Prompts can make, if you're writing a detailed prompt, it can range from 1 to 2 pages as well, or 3, 4 pages. Okay, it has to be so much, it has to be so much details to it. Then there is command, then comes context. If I want you to do something, write an email for the internship, then I have to give the context as well. Why I'm applying for this internship, about the firm, everything. I have to give it a context as well. Then comes constraints, what you don't want from it, what's the scope of the work, so that it doesn't give you unnecessary information. This is the three C's technique, but before that also you need to start conversation at least. उससे बात ही नहीं की तो फिर ये टेक्निक भी कहाँ से अप्लाई होगी? You should
Correct.
know the machine na, whom you're talking to.
So if someone is not good with, expressing things, or someone is not good with, writing content,
Yeah.
so would you like to suggest something that how someone can improve in this prompting skills? Do we have some, like books, or some articles, something, that they can learn out of all this thing? Like how to be good at prompting, how they can talk to the chat GPT.
Basic thing you can do is start using it. Okay. There's no other way. There are a lot of things you can read the documentation of ChatGPT. If you want to be really good at prompting, just read the official documentation of any tool. But how it will affect you, how it's going to be so important for you? You're just using it for the minor purposes. Just start using it. Just start talking to it that okay, आज का मेरा दिन ऐसा गया, so and so things. So you will see what kind of answers it is giving you, and then try to improve the answers. The most easiest way to learn, any tool is to use it. You need to use the technology.
Okay. We have one question from Falguni. Can you provide names of AI tools other than ChatGPT and DeepSeek for legal research and related work?
Try Claude, try Claude, Gemini, and the tools I mentioned: LegalFly, LegalOn, Doc Drafts, Kira Systems. Try them. Grok as well. Like if it doesn't abuse you, you can try it.
Yeah,
Because it is trained on the data of Twitter, so we can't do anything about that.
right. So let's move forward to the next part, learning and adaptability. So, for a law students with no tech background, can they begin learning AI tools? Will they be facing any issue?
Hmm. No issue. You can begin learning about AI. Just start reading about articles. They start listening to people from different walks of life, how they are using the tools. Like recently, I posted on my LinkedIn like what Fiverr CEO said to freelancers, that how AI will take your jobs, no matter from which background you are coming. So start reading such resources, what these founders are saying, what other big people are saying in their own field, because these guys are highly aware about these technologies. That's it. You can learn. You are from any background. It doesn't matter anymore. We are moving towards artificial general intelligence. We are going far ahead now. These fields or anything doesn't matter anymore. Everybody has to use it. You start using it today, it's better. After 10 years, you'll be under burden. A lot will be there. So
Correct.
that's why. Yeah.
And also, as we have seen that everyone is becoming so dependent on AI, so how legal professionals can avoid becoming overly dependent on AI in their work?
See, it is an intern. Again, I'm saying it's not a boss. It's an intern. It still has to learn a lot of things from you. You know about your field very well. You know about the reality. Okay. And again, there are dark patterns I told you about. We just have discovered one dark pattern of chat GPT, that is it is psychophantic. There are so many other dark patterns which has to be discovered now. So you never know how these AI companies are playing with you, at what level. So just don't be dependent on this. Be mindful. Be a little bit mindful why you are using it, how you're using it, what kind of answers it is giving you. Try to verify them. That is the
Okay.
only way.
And what are the red flags in using AI tools? So what are the some problems if
Yeah.
you have, faced, or the law students and legal professional can face while using AI tools? So
Sometimes it goes crazy, I've seen. Like I have asked something, it will reply with some stupid answers. If I
okay.
asked about yeah, sorry. If I'm talking about one particular thing, like my field is like different, I'm talking about marketing thing. If I'm asking it something, then reply will be very with something with highly flowery language and with all sorts of data, charts, tables, which I don't want. So then I go back to my prompt. There's some or the other mistake which I might have done. Might have assumed कि ये तो खुद ही समझ जाएगा. तो ये चीज बहुत गलत होती है. ये assumptions जो humans के होते हैं ना अपने की तो assume कर लेना कि it will understand on its own. Why should I tell it? Because छोटी छोटी चीजें जो है इंसानों की वो assume बहुत करते हैं. ये चीज तो
Okay.
खुद ही समझने वाली है. It's so smart, it will learn. It will understand on its own. I don't need to tell it. No, but you need to tell it. This is how it is learning. वो हमारे ही डेटा से सीखता है. हमारी हिस्ट्री उसके लिए एक तरीके से डेटा सेट ही है. 0110. It is learning in that way only. You are talking to it. It is processing the data. It is learning from it. It is giving you better answers. That's
Correct.
the thing. Just be careful what you are using it for. Okay, these tools are becoming better day by day. There are new changes coming, new models are coming, paid plans are coming, but still, it is not that good.
So have you used the paid plans? Do you think like it's a lot of difference if
I
you
used like ChatGPT's very first paid plan. It was of around $25 or $22, around that. I didn't remember. So at that time, it was really good when I was using to analyze some data in in a PDF form. So it gave me correct answers, but I had to improve it a lot. I had to talk and improve it a lot. Now it can generate images as well, and images are really high quality. I've
yes.
seen that. Yeah.
Yes. So if I'll talk as we were talking about the red flag, so what's your take on the privacy issue or plagiarism? So if you're writing an article, though the plagiarism will also come with the AI.
Yeah. Plagiarism issue is really high. You must have heard that case as well, जहाँ पे a person who was working with OpenAI. He was of Indian origin only. I didn't remember his name. I was reading that case. He was killed by that company because he addressed this issue of copyright and all. He
Okay.
addressed this issue of intellectual property, and he was murdered by that company. So there's a lot these people are hiding. Okay, the data which we are using, the data chat GPT is giving us is of somebody else. Of course, इतने high amount of data पे train करना तो सबसे ऐसा नहीं कि permission लेते रहें कि हमें ये use करना है वो use करना है. They are just blindly taking it and putting in that machine. It's kind of a dumb stuff. Just need to put a lot of data and keep learning from it.
Correct.
So this was the case. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's move
Huh.
forward. So, how can one balance utilizing AI tools while still developing strong traditional legal research skills? So,
You need to keep learning about legal research. If you're doing legal research, you have to keep doing it. AI will just help you in drafting the first draft. The final draft will be yours.
correct.
फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट जो होता है वो आपका ही वो एआई आपको करके दे देगा कि दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर यू नीड टू फॉलो. But the final draft has to be yours because you have given the prompt. You should know about the field what you are talking about,
Yes.
right? You cannot use it for final drafts. ये तो फिर प्रॉब्लम खड़ी होगी बहुत.
बहुत ज्यादा.
For first draft, like what are the structures, what are the sources I can use, who can help me in this, right? What are the details I can add, what is else that I'm missing out? Tell me that I can add, because obviously it can think far better than you. तो वो उसमें हेल्प कर देगा, बिल्ड करने में, जो बिल्ड करने में हेल्प होती है वो कर देगा, क्योंकि अब आपको स्टार्टिंग से बिल्ड करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसके लिए वो बैठा है। बट उसको फाइनली अप्रूव करना दैट दिस इज द राइट थिंग व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, यू हैव गिविंग मी द राइट स्ट्रक्चर, नाउ आई विल ऐड वॉट एवर डिटेल्स आई हैव टू। सो वो फाइनल ड्राफ्ट आपका ही होना चाहिए एज अ प्रोफेशनल।
Absolutely. So, of course, you cannot totally rely on AI work because later on it will be a trouble for you. And recently I was reading an article, or basically it's a news piece where the partner of the AI, it was like they are restricting the use of AI in law firms. They are bringing a policy where they'll restrict the use of AI in their firms because lawyers are becoming too much dependent, that knowingly or unknowingly there's a lot of possibility that they might commit a mistake, which can be a huge loss for a company or a law firm. So that's the reason, of course, they will be using AI, but at the same time there will be strict policy on how to use AI in their work.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So let's move forward. Let's talk about some ethics and safety while you are using the AI. So, how AI related scams and unethical practices should law students be aware of?
First of all, you need to be aware of, a very popular scam that is known as voice modulation and voice cloning. Okay, if somebody is calling your family saying कि मतलब जैसे मैं अपना एग्जांपल ले रही हूँ, somebody is calling my mother saying मुस्कान को तो अरेस्ट कर लिया है और she was drunk and driving. Obviously I'm a teetotaler, but they are saying कि she was drunk and driving. Okay, then my mother says नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, अब छोड़ दीजिए उसको, बच्ची है, कर कर दी होगी गलती. Then because emotions, AI doesn't have any emotion. Okay, scammers are way too smart after the AI tools have come into the market. And Manto Labs, 11 Labs. These are highly smart tools that can clone your voice. Heijin is there to like make an AI avatar. That is, अभी आपको पता नहीं चलेगा अगर हेजन को मैं यूज करूं कि मैं बैठी हूं या मेरा एवटार है. इट इज सो रियल, इट इज सो रियल. एंड दस तो वॉइस क्लोनिंग का ऐसे ही यूज होता है, लाइक तो मेरी मम्मी उनको पैसा दे देंगी कहीं ना कहीं, उन्होंने अगर पैसा मांगा तो मेरी मम्मी उन्हें पैसा दे देंगी क्योंकि उनकी बच्ची घर आ जाएगी. So you need to be like a little bit practical and tell your family about these scams, and make sure that you guys have a password along with your family members, that if I'm talking to you and I'm sharing some sensitive information like one time password, anything, any bank details, then please ask me the password. Then only I'll be able to know the details if you are telling me, or I'll be able to tell you the details. We should have one password, right? This is the one thing you can do. Then there are pig butchering scams are there, phishing is there, there are highly fishy emails and DMs that you can get from these guys. So just be careful that कि हमने तुम्हारा एक वीडियो बनाया और हम उसे वायरल कर देंगे, जरूरी नहीं है आपका वीडियो हो. ओके,
Hmm.
इवन इफ इट इज हाईली इनसेंसिटिव, बहुत ही मतलब उस तरीके का, बट फिर भी just keep calm and think, because
Correct.
fake videos are getting way too real, way too real. Deep fakes are just kind of a
Fake
joke now.
videos, yes. So, huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be careful of
Correct.
these things.
Yeah. So with the AI, there are a lot of calls. Like I think the other day I've received a call from some unknown person, and he was like कि बेटा आपके पापा ने बोला है कि आपको 10,000 रुपए ट्रांसफर करने को. I was like मेरे पापा ऐसे तो किसी को नहीं बोलते. 10,000 अचानक से ये अंकल मुझे कॉल करके क्यों बोल रहे हैं. He was like कि just to check I'm transferring you 1,000 rupees. ओके तो एक बार जब आपके पास 1,000 रुपीज आ जाए तो आप मुझे कंफर्म कर देना. आई विल ट्रांसफर यू 9,000 रुपीज. तो ऑब्वियसली आई अंडरस्टूड कि ये तो फेक ही है. एंड इमीडिएटली आफ्टर डिस्कनेक्टिंग द कॉल, he texted me from his number only that 1,000 rupees has been transferred. I was like, yeah, he was टॉकिंग टू मी ऑन चैट. मतलब इतना तो सबको भी समझ में आता है कि वो बैंक का डिटेल्स रहता है अगर आपके अकाउंट में 1,000 रुपीज ट्रांसफर भी हो रहा है तो. So these are the small things you should be aware of. Right. The other day, one more thing happened. Like my mother received a call that please download this app, otherwise आपके घर का इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चला जाएगा. एंड ही वो माय मदर वाज लाइक कि ठीक है मैं ऑनलाइन पेमेंट नहीं करूंगी, मैं जाकर पे कर आ जाऊंगी, आपको लग रहा है कि पैसे नहीं है इस ऐप में तो आप मेरे को बता दो. ही वाज लाइक नहीं नहीं आप जाकर पे मत करो, आप ये ऐप ही डाउनलोड करो एंड देन ओनली थ्रू दिस you have to pay it. So my mother actually downloaded the app, but she was not able to fulfill the transaction. The reason being that she was putting the wrong PIN number. So if I was imagining if she would have put the right PIN number, then what would have happened? So the way they brainstorm you, it's the another thing. So you have to be very careful while receiving all this calls. So okay.
Yeah, they're really smart when it comes to graphic designing and everything, because they design websites and everything in such a way that you cannot like find out that this is really fake. And they target people of age group between 50, 40, right? Which are elders.
Yes.
They're not very aware about the technology.
Yes. Yeah. So is using AI for drafting legal documents risky? How can we avoid potential misuse?
It depends how much you know about drafting. Again, I'm going back to the same thing.
Correct.
You
Correct.
should know about what you know about your field, what you know about drafting. Can you like figure out whatever facts it has given? Are they in chronological order? There are principles about date and age. Are those right? These are very small things, you know. तो वो चीजें कभी change नहीं होने वाले. Like many lawyers are scared that their jobs will become redundant. Nothing is going to happen. Yeah.
Yes. I have started seeing that a lot of first year, second year law students, they are making a video on how to draft agreements, divorce petition and everything. They're just putting the draft which is available online, and it seems like, oh my God, they know how to draft the divorce petitions or XYZ petition from their first year. So again, the law students get scared from all these things, and people are sharing this. So even that's a editable drafts, all of these things. So it's better to learn proper drafting, that how it is being done. You should be knowing about proper laws and everything, then only AI can also help you out with this, otherwise it's difficult.
Exactly. I mean, AI can take away your tasks which are repetitive in nature. Something which has steps, like 1, 2, 3 steps are there, and whenever you complete these 3 steps, this task will be considered as completed. So whichever process has some certain kind of steps that can be easily replicated by AI. Okay. Something which has data, but drafting keeps on changing. You have so many things, then again you have to change certain things. ऊपर नीचे सब चलता है. बहुत volatile चीज है वो. वही बात है.
Okay, so let's talk about career growth. So how does proficiency in AI enhance a law student's prospects in internship or job placement? So
First of all, you're learning to think, okay, how to express. And the most important skill which can change anything in future. This particular skill will govern the future, I would say. That is ability to have better judgments. Okay. Ability to have better judgments, ability to take better decisions. AI cannot do this. We are still, मतलब we are still trying कि वो ये कर ले, ये भी वो कर ले, हम कुछ ना करें, but still अभी इसमें बहुत समय है. Yeah. अभी आर्टिफिशियल जनरल इंटेलिजेंस में बहुत समय, AGI में बहुत समय. जब वो आएगा तब तो कुछ भी नहीं रहेगा. तब की तब देखेंगे. Abhi, you should focus on ability to take right decisions. You should focus on health, right? And the most important thing is, if you are still not using AI, कि ये तो मेरी किसी भी तरीके से जॉब में हेल्प करने वाला नहीं है, ये तो काम का ही नहीं है, क्योंकि आपको पता ही नहीं आपको यूज कैसे करना है, आपको अपने यूज केसेस ही क्लियर नहीं है. आप जॉब कर तो रहे हो, बट आपको ये पता नहीं है कौन से ऐसे टास्क हैं जिसमें मेरा बहुत समय जाता है. कि कभी किसी ने ऐसे सोचा है बैठ के कि these are the 3 tasks which are repetitive, जो मुझे रोज करने पड़ते हैं और ये सबसे ज्यादा समय लेते हैं मेरा. अभी तक किसी ने नहीं किया होगा ये. बट इफ यू सिट डाउन एंड थिंक कि ये 3 चीजें रोज मेरा समय ले रही है, रिपीट हो रही है, व्हाई नॉट टू ट्राई some AI tool for this? There are thousands of AI tools available. Okay. So why not to use them? तो वो तो आपके ऊपर है ना, कब यूज करना चाह रहे हो, और आपको पता भी है कि यूज करना है कि नहीं करना है. दिस इज, यू आर दी वन हु हैज टू डिसाइड एवरीथिंग. तो वहां पे भी
Correct.
जॉब में भी मे बी वहां पे कुछ ऐसे सॉफ्टवेयर होंगे, सिस्टम्स होंगे, जहां पे एआई को ही ऑपरेट करके आपको चलना होगा. बिकॉज in future there are going to be three types of people in a company. Number one, AI builders, one who are going to build the AI. They are going to build the systems, they are going to build the AI tools and everything. Second, there are going to be AI operators, means the employees. आप ही लोग ऑपरेट करोगे उसको. उस टूल को ऑपरेट करने के लिए भी तो ऐसे माइंड्स चाहिए ना जो उसके साथ कंफर्टेबल होते हैं. You need that kind of level of brains, or that kind of level of intelligence to operate those tools. Then there comes third level, which is top management. Top management का काम कुछ नहीं होगा, वो सिर्फ ऐसे टैलेंट को हायर करेंगे जो इन एआई टूल्स को ऑपरेट कर सके, बेटर डिसीजंस ले सके. बस अब आपको कहाँ पे होना है, आप डिसाइड करो.
So do you think this will also determine your salary, knowing and not knowing AI?
हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स. somebody who doesn't know AI, वो इतना प्रोडक्टिव नहीं है ना, कंपेयर टू द पर्सन हु नोज अबाउट एआई. उसे तो पता है ना, मतलब
Knowing
किस
about it,
टास्क को मैं
there's
जल्दी.
nothing harm in knowing about it. Like even
There's nothing
if
harm in knowing about it, but I also know about it, you also know about it. But हम में से यूज कौन कर रहा है, who is applying it?
yeah,
That person
correct.
can only get results. If I'm applying it, I'm getting it wrong. I'm getting like scolded by my boss that you used AI, but somewhere I used it. See, मैंने यूज तो कर लिया ना. तो अगर एक बार
Smartly
गलत यूज
working
किया.
is important. It's not only
स्मार्टली
about
वर्किंग.
using it, it's smartly working and completing the task in a right way. So basically, the lot of my interns, they're using AI to complete the task, but how effectively and how the right output they're giving to me is the main point. If they're just
So
submitting the
this is
AI
where
work and
feedback
I cannot
systems come.
choose.
This is where feedback system comes into play. You're using it in a wrong way, then your top management will tell you that this was wrong. This need this has to be corrected.
But
Okay,
that person
this
should
is where
also
feedback system
be
comes.
aware that this is how they're not supposed to submit the work. That's just
That can
not.
only happen when they are free to use it. If you're
Yes.
putting lot of restrictions on them, like traditional companies are putting lot of restrictions on them, don't use it in a certain way, don't do this, don't do that. So they're not actually free. They have lot of restrictions on them. First, you need to do mistakes with these tools.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's move forward. So are Indian law firms beginning to expect AI skills from fresheners? So
I don't think so. They're still not ready. They're very
correct.
skeptical about this technology.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and
Yeah.
as I
They
mentioned
like
about
they think, yeah, yeah. Please continue.
no, as I mentioned about the partner of the law firm, the way, and even the partner
Hmm.
of I think Khaitan also, they mentioned that they are working on the policies also, that how AI should work in their law firm. They are working on one strict
Yeah.
policy for lawyers. So
See, I had a talk with a foreign law firm owner. His name is Damien Will. So
hmm.
what Damien said that they're developing their own AI tool, Vincent. And when he showed me Vincent, I was blown away. It can do everything. Everything. You just need to upload a PDF that you want a drafting, or a document. It will research on its own. It will draft a document. It will find out which law has to be applied. What are the arguments? What can be the counter arguments? Everything. So he was saying we are not going to have those lawyers who can do this, because Vincent can already do this now. It is so smart. We want who can easily operate it and give more feedbacks to it, so that it learns even in a better way.
Yeah, correct.
Hmm.
So let's move forward. The final advice. So, what advice would you give to law students or professionals who rely too much on AI in their work? And how can they ensure that they are still building core legal thinking and judgments? And also
They
goes
are
with the
using,
professionals. I'll just continue. Legal professional students who are hesitant or resistant of using AI tools. So there is a one part where the professionals are relying too much on
Hmm.
AI, and there
Hmm.
is the other part where the professionals are hesitant or
They're
resistance.
hesitant.
Yes.
Okay. So the first set of people, if you're using it too much, you are going to get some drawbacks of it. Okay. You need to balance it out. If you're not using it at all, तब भी वो गलत है, because there will be somebody who will replace you very soon. Humans are replaceable. Okay. You are going to replaced at any time in future because somebody is really smarter than you, and he or she has already started using them. But if you are using it too much, then it also has its own drawbacks. The technology is still learning, is in its learning phase. We are just like first year students are giving it some data and asking it to just draft a petition or something like that. Guys, don't do it, please. Okay, अभी मत करो. Like थोड़ा सा पहले खुद से सीखो. Again, first principles आपके क्लियर नहीं है और आप उससे करवा, पता कैसे चल रहा है आपको कि वो सही है, एंड उसको प्रॉम्प्ट भी
And
आप
then you
कैसे
are
दे पा
sharing
रहे
it
हो.
in public platform.
एग्जैक्टली मतलब हाउ ऑन द फर्स्ट प्लेस हाउ यू आर एबल टू प्रॉम्प्ट इट. जिसको इंफॉर्मेशन ही नहीं है अपनी उस चीज की, तो वो बोलेगा क्या उसे कि बस इसके जैसा कुछ कुछ बना के दे दो. ऐसे नहीं करना है. यू नीड टू बैलेंस एवरीथिंग. आप अपनी फील्ड के बारे में जितना ज्यादा हो सकता है उतना ज्यादा पढ़िए. बी अ मास्टर whatever you are doing. If you're reading about competition law, you should know about competition law by heart. Okay, then you can maybe move towards the technology to make things easier for you.
Correct. Okay, I think so. Those who have joined us, they can, if you have questions, please put that in a chat box also. Muskan would be happy to take all those questions. And Falguni, you can, listen this video again. It will be on YouTube channel only. So from there, you'll get all the names of the AI tools which Muskan mentioned. So anything else, Muskan? Before ending this session, you would like to add?
प्लीज स्टार्ट लर्निंग बिकॉज आप लोग बहुत भागते हो उस चीज से. कुछ भी नया होता है तो लोग बहुत रेजिस्ट करते हैं. ओके, इफ यू आर रेजिस्टिंग दिस टेक्नोलॉजी, दिस टेक ऑल टुगेदर,
Hmm.
यू आर जस्ट रेजिस्टिंग evolution. Let me tell you. Okay, nobody should resist evolution. Evolution waits for none. You're not going to use it, don't use it. Nobody is forcing you. Soon you'll find you are nowhere. This is the harsh truth. ठीक है, इसका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. ये इंसानों के ऊपर नहीं है, ये बस हो रहा है. Those big giants are doing it. So please respect this. That's it.
So we have got one question from Sumit Kumar. How can we use AI for legal research? I think we have already covered this question, but
Yeah, we
if you
have
can like,
covered it.
just sum up it in like 2 to 3 sentences and just tell him again, Sumit.
If you're using AI for anything, not just for legal research, be specific. Please be specific. Okay, need to give it lot of details. What you want exactly. You want a research on a particular topic, be sure to give it a lot of details so that it is not going out of its limitations. बहुत सारी चीजें एक्स्ट्रा दे देगा नहीं तो, और वो दिक्कत होगी आपको. Start asking first for small parts. You can divide your research into parts basically, and then you should design your prompt, तो वो आपके लिए easy भी होगा. मेरे हिसाब से ये चीज अच्छी रहेगी.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Muskan, once again for such an insightful session. It was truly invaluable, and we appreciate you explaining everything in detail, how to use AI, how AI can help you in your work, and where you need to know where you are supposed to stop. Right? So I'm sure this will be helpful for lawyers and legal professionals who are using AI in their day-to-day work. And it was actually need of an hour for us to talk about AI. So considering like how everyone started using AI in their legal work. So thank you so much for joining us and
Thank you so much.
sharing the details. So
Thank
okay,
you. Thank you.
yeah. And others, those who have joined us and those will be listening this video, don't forget to register for our next webinar. So we will be having next webinar on how to set up your own law firm. And apart from this, we are also organizing a legal startup pitching competition, which will be held on 10th. The last date for the registration is 10th June, and the pitch date will be 21st and 22nd June. I will be sharing all the details in the comment later. So if you want to showcase your entrepreneurial skill, you want to do something in a startup space, you want someone to guide you or give you the mentorship, so we are organizing this competition. So do register for the same. You can also participate as a solo, or you can create a team also, and we will be sharing the details in the link. And don't forget to visit our website legalwiki.co for all the legal updates. Subscribe to our channel, stay updated with our upcoming webinars. Thank you everyone. And Agrima, can you just be very specific about the feedback form? I'm not able to understand that. You can also pin me letter on the WhatsApp. I'm sure you might be there in the group, so you can share it with me. So thank you everyone for joining us today.